Good guys, welcome back to the first take. I'm Eddie Reese.
And I'm your boy Salem.
From the Bolly Fools, channel link down below. We'll do it at the end. So we just watched Legends. Tom Hardy's tour de force playing the real life characters, a true story of the Kray twins from the East End gangsters from the 60s. Now we'll get into the story first and then we'll get into Hardy. We're gonna get into spoilers. So fucking deal with it, alright? Sorry, I'm in the head face of that. What do you think?
It's nice. It's always nice. I do, if I'm honest with you, I do like these real life adaptations. You know, we don't know how much of it is true, but I do like a real life.
Yeah. It's a well-trodden story. We hear a lot about the Kray twins growing up in London.
And I do like that because it's just real, you know, and sometimes it's important to take yourself out of an action adventure or a proper movie and just actually, you know what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, just kind of really get caught up in a real story of real people.
Yeah, that's what exactly that.
And in an area that you know as well, London.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. So I like the fact that it's a real sort of piece. I enjoyed it. As a whole, again, my thing is I found it slightly a bit long, but I surfed with it all the way to the end. I didn't really mind that too much.
Yeah, for me, length wasn't an issue at all. It did slow down a bit in the middle.
Yeah, well, when she got married, right?
I don't know if it was anything specific. I think it was just a general pace. I think to compare it, it's probably the closest analog I can think of is maybe Goodfellas in terms of the tone of it. But unlike Goodfellas, which has it's more energetic all the way through. It keeps the momentum, not just with the events, but just the way, the style of how it's directed. Scorsese was able to kind of just keep this sort of energy going. This doesn't have that same bounce. It kind of slows and grinds down in the middle, but then it picks up again, usually purely down to the performances in the film. That's what really keeps it going.
Actually, that's a really good point.
But story-wise, it doesn't always keep it
together. And you're right. It's the performance that really, truly carries this film.
And what a performance!
It was. But I will say this: that it's interesting that when
which character? Which one? Who? Speak.
I've lost for words. I can't speak.
Who? No pressure. Who?
You're scaring me. You're scared. Right, that's it. I got it. Okay. It was the narration. All right. Tom Hardy's wife. I don't know the character's name. Frances is what's her real name? Do you know?
Emily Browning.
Oh, that's impressive. Right, Emily. I didn't like the fact that there was this voiceover on top.
You didn't?
I didn't mind that, but the kick at the end.
Yeah, I was actually gonna mention that. There's a film. You guys are gonna have to fill me in on this. I'm blanking on the name. It's an old noir, LA-based noir movie from maybe the 50s. It's famous because of the opening scene where you see the guy face down in the swimming pool, and then you see the shot from the bottom of the swimming pool looking up at him as he's laying face down. Then you can see the cops on the outside of that. On the outside, and it's him narrating his story, and it does this typical thing of, yeah, that's me. Isn't that weird? Because this is me talking, but obviously I'm dead. And it does exactly that thing, and that was a bit of a well-trodden ground. So it didn't work for me that it happened in this film.
No, it didn't. When she was alive, it was fine.
Yeah,
and
well, I'm doing this, so obviously you think I'm alive, right? Well, surprise.
Yeah.
Not really surprised because it's been done a few times before. But I liked the overall, up until that point, I liked the narration. I think it was nice. Different, the change in tone, having that female voice in a mainly testosterone-driven. We got to get to Tom Hardy, man.
All right, okay.
You got to get to that performance. Ronnie and Reggie Kray. Even though this movie, it's an enjoyable movie, I enjoyed it, but it's not an award-winning worthy movie, in my opinion. But his performance definitely is. For me, it definitely is an award-winning performance. At the very least, he deserves to be nominated because he made these characters distinct, and I enjoyed watching both of them. They both had charisma. They both were magnetic. I just fucking loved it.
No, absolutely. The performance, you cannot get away from that. That's what we were saying at the beginning, that it's the thing that drove this film is the performance. taking playing two characters, all right, and playing them, bouncing off each other, playing them so well
Seamless.
with a nice solid script. I felt, just it made you laugh.
Yeah,
It made you a
funny.
bit emotional at times, slightly. Yeah.
It's way funny than you expect.
Yeah, and we were actually, it's interesting that we were laughing more than most people in the cinema.
Yeah, everyone was all morose and all sad, like,
You fucking cunt. And it is funny
And we're
because
cracking
the
up.
way it's done. But yeah, both of their performance, well, his performance playing these two characters was spot on.
Mainly Ronnie, the crazy one.
Yeah.
That. All of those Ronnie scenes were just hilarious. I love even though it's a character you wouldn't want to know in real life or have any interaction with, watching him on the screen, and there's just straight insanity, and it purely is insanity. And again, the Kray twins story is well known in this country. You grow up watching documentaries, and there are other films, TV films, straight to video, various of them. But I just didn't realize none of them really depicted him as crazy as he was in this film.
No, it's almost as if
Not at
they've
all.
kind of sugarcoated that part. But in this, they really bring it. I
just
didn't even know.
I just don't think no one else could really play it with that energy to really bring that out. Mainly in all the other depictions I've seen of Ronnie Kray, they just make him angry. That's the only way they do him. Is this I'm gonna fucking kill you, fucking cunts.
And
in this, they really show the substance.
Yeah.
Hardy had it, got it down.
But the thing is because the story is a very serious story. It's a very dark story. Now, to take this story, it's important that you throw a bit of, if not enough, humor in it, all right, to balance it out, okay? And the performance that Hardy gives out with his crazy brother just works so well with the dark side of it. It's almost as if it complements it really, really well.
Yeah,
So-
and I enjoyed Emily Browning as well. She brought a nice. I've always liked her as an actress, but she's been missing for a while. She hasn't really done a lot since Sucker Punch. She did a few other movies, but Sleeping Beauty was probably the heaviest one she did after that. But she kind of been disappearing. This shows that she's a talent worth being in these
Investing
bigger
in,
movies.
man.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
enjoy watching her.
Emily's, I haven't seen much of Emily's work, but watching her in this, she...
Australian, by the way. But
Oh!
nailed the accent.
Wow, I didn't even know that she was Australian. How crazy is that? She worked with Hardy so well. Their chemistry was more or less spot on. It was believable to me, and the scenes that they were together and the sort of difficulties they had within their marriage, and even before that, just it was poetic for me.
Yeah.
It was very, very nice.
Oh, it's a nice way when he was wooing her.
Yeah.
When Reggie's wooing her, and it definitely had a nice vibe, man.
And it was believable. Her character is so believable to know that she's battling. She loves her husband, and then she's got this psychotic dude, all right, her brother-in-law, who she's also got to kind of work with as well.
Yeah.
But she
And
can't break through. Yeah.
Also battling depression in herself, which ended up being what sealed the deal for her. In the end.
Yeah.
So what do you give it out of 5?
I would give, out of 5, I would give it a 3.5 star.
Okay.
Maybe even pushing it towards 4, but I think I'd work on a 3.5 star, mainly because, and the reason why I'm not highlighting it so high is because one of the things was there was certain elements that for me weren't completed, such as there's a story with the mobsters. They're kind of working with it, and all of a sudden it kind of just disappears. And I felt that these guys were important in the story, and they kind of just let loose. That's how it felt for me, anyway.
I feel like it could have been if Reggie got in bed with them to the degree that they wanted him to, in terms of dealing with Ronnie, but because he didn't do that, it just stayed at this sort of investment level. So I don't think there was that much they could really tell.
And obviously the whole, the voiceover on top, which was great, but at the very end, the way it kind of just
after the little
finished off, it was just very disappointing for me. So I will give it. I think for a film like this, a 3.5, 4 stars. I think it.
Well, I'm gonna hold you.
I'm wanted to say one more thing.
Go.
You fucking cunt. That was it. That's what I wanted to say.
That's what you want to say?
Yeah,
You want to call me a cunt?
No, I didn't. I wanted to just say something else, but I completely forgot what I wanted to say, so I just ended it with cunt.
We're friends. No, shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. No, I give it 4. Solid 4. It's a fluctuating 4, like a broken light that, you know, like a neon sign.
It's 3.5.
That sounds like
a 3.5
It's a 4. It's a 4. But occasionally it flickers, but it's a 4. It's still a 4.
It's a 3.5 stars.
Purely based on the performances of this, because they're powerful performances. It's interesting because this tells the Krays in this country are really famous, in London at least, very famous. But at the same time, it's interesting because when you look at what they were doing, the amount of money they were bringing in and the things they were doing, the crimes, by today's standards, it's actually pretty minor. Like, there are people nowadays in every city, but, you know, in London that do way worse things than they've been doing. Way worse in the trafficking, way more murders, way more drugs, like making way more money. But I think it's just because of the scarcity of those sort of characters in those days in this city.
I think what made them stand out is, and again,
they were famous.
Yeah,
they balanced it with celebrity and crime. I guess that's no one else is really doing at the moment. They're just crime or they're one or the other.
Yeah, one of the reasons for what you're saying is that they had a very nice connection with the people that they lived with. You know, there was a lot of respect for them, and I don't think that respect was to do with fear. Partly, yeah, but I think people actually kind of like them as well.
They grew up with them, innit?
Yeah.
In that area.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a 4 stars from me. Guys, let me know what you think once it dropped. Are you going to say something?
No, it was you. You're saying fluctuating, so I'm saying it's a 3.5 star.
Fluctuating. No! 4!
Okay.
You fucking cunt! But yeah, let us know what you think when it drops. I don't know when it drops on stateside and rest of Europe, but yeah, let us know, because I'm really interested to know what you people think of it, especially people who have no idea about the Krays. Didn't grow up with a story. I'm curious to know what you guys think of it and how it compares to nowadays, you know, all that yada yada. But yeah, so that's been our review of Legend.
Yeah.
What do you think of Tom Hardy's chances, award-wise? Just him.
Oh.
So I don't think the movie's gonna get it.
Award-wise,
I think at the very least he has to get nominated.
Yeah, I think he needs to get nominated for this role, man.
It's a weird one because even though he's playing 2 characters, they would probably just nominate him as a single performance.
Well, would he? No, not really. It would be
probably
both.
Ronnie. No, but it's like a single. No, it would be both brothers, but I mean it would be a single performance. You wouldn't be like, okay, Tom Hardy's nominated for Ronnie Kray,
right?
And then he's also nominated again as Reggie in a separate. They wouldn't do that. It would just be him.
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. Well, look.
They might separate and just do like it's got to be Ronnie. If either out of the 2 they do, it's going to be his performance as Ronnie.
Sure. Hey, look. Absolutely, he deserves an award for this. If he doesn't get it, there's a lot though. So I think he at least deserves to be in the category.
This year's gonna be interesting, man, because Depp looks like he's gonna have a crazy one with Black Mass, which looks like return to form for him. Leo, much belated, but well, people say that they've always wanted him to get one with Revenant come in. Like, it's gonna be interesting this year. For once, I'm actually genuinely interested in this year's or next year's Oscars when it comes around. But anyway, guys, that has been our review of Legend. Let us know what you think. Write comments down below. If you like the video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, like, share, all of that shit.
Stabbing you, like, you know, just like constantly. That was brutal, by the way. That was so freaking brutal.
As a kid, I always heard of that particular murder that Reggie did. And I always heard the amount of times that guy got stabbed. And I always thought, how could that be possible? How could you stab someone so many times? Like, I can't even remember what the number was, but it's some ridiculous number. And I think, huh? But the way they did it on the screen, you actually saw how it made sense of, it was ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I was in my seat going, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah. But you could see how it makes, how was that? Yeah. But that was the first time it's been depicted in a way that I could actually see that, okay, now that makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes sense. But anyway, yeah, guys, I'm Reese.
I'm Salem.
Of Bollyfools, you love if you're a lover of Asian cinema, as in Bollywood and Telugu and what were the other
South
ones?
Indian. If you like South Indian films, guys, subscribe to Bollyfools. Go check out the channel.
Links down below.
Yeah.
Reviews, all of that. But anyway, guys, it's been the first take. review of Legend. Later.